Hello, there is a question number one. So let me read it. It says a particle of mass m can move along x-axis of coordinate frame in a force field of a stationary source. Potential energy of system varies with x according to this relation. Relation is u is equal to k time mod x, where k is a positive constant, x is the location of the particle. If the particle is projected from the origin with a kinetic energy capital K, we need to find the time period of its bound motion. So we can think of this picture. This is origin, this is x coordinate positive direction, and it is being thrown from here with velocity v naught, let's say, so that kinetic energy is k is equal to half m v naught square. When it moves in this positive x direction, it will be experiencing some force. Since it is having a bound motion, we will check it as well. So after a certain distance, it has to return back. So first it will go like this, then return back, then this going like this in that way. Well, this path we need to just verify. Okay, so let's start with this. Let's say the particle is this location, which is x distance from the origin, and it is in the positive x. So we know the force is given by minus du by dx. That's the relation between the force and the potential energy. And since potential energy is this, so we can write potential energy as kx when x is positive and minus kx when x is negative. So that will be the meaning of using this k mod x. Now when you differentiate this and put a minus sign, then you will find for positive x the differentiation comes out to be k, and there has to be minus, so this becomes minus k. And in the negative x, we need to differentiate this, so it will be minus k, then there has to be minus, so it will become plus k. K is a positive. So from here we can think of when x is positive, force is minus k. That means force is negative. That means it is going to be subjected by a force towards the mean position or origin, or you can say force will be in the negative direction. That means this force is going to produce retardation. So speed is going to slow down and it has to stop. Then the same force will accelerate the particle in the backward direction. When the particle reaches in the negative territory or negative x, then you'll find in case of negative x, force is positive. That means it will be subjected with the force towards positive direction. So that means force is restoring in nature. So that says force is restoring in nature, which means particle will oscillate. It will be going to and fro about this x equal to 0 line, as well as this is also going to have a periodic motion. So that's why the time period is being asked. So it will be doing the periodic motion as well as oscillatory motion. However, this motion is not going to be SHM. Why? Because for SHM, force has to be directly proportional to the displacement, and here the forces are constant. So not SHM but periodic and oscillatory. After understanding this, we can find out how long it takes to complete one cycle. So how the cycle is going to go, it will start from this x equal to 0, will reach to some extremum point, then return back to there, then go to the another extremum point, then will return back. So that's one cycle, and this cycle will keep on repeating. Now we know symmetrical, using the symmetry, we can say if it start at t equal to 0 from mean position, and we can find this time. So this time, one side time, or this time is the t by 4. That means this is the time which is equal to 1/4 of the time period of oscillation. So first we will find the time when it becomes stationary for the first time. So let t equal to 0, particle is projected from the origin towards the positive x direction with velocity v naught, and after t equal to t naught, the particle comes to rest for the first time. So we can say acceleration, rather retardation, is going to be is equal to minus k by m, and initial velocity was v naught, final velocity will be 0, and a is known to us, so t naught can be calculated as m v naught by k. This small k is the constant. Now we also know that half m v naught square, that's initial kinetic energy, and that initial kinetic energy is known to us as capital K. So from here we can find out v naught, which is going to be under root 2 capital K by small m. Now we can put this v naught value on this expression. So t naught will turn out to be small m by k into v naught. In place of v naught, we can write under root 2 capital K by m. Now if we want, we can take this m inside, so it becomes m square. So one m will get cancelled out, so it will become square root of 2mk divided by small k. Now this is the time for quarter of the journey, right? So total time period of the motion is going to be 4 times t naught. So that will be 4 4 by small k within root 2 small m capital K. If you want, you can multiply it by 2 upside, 2 downside. So 2 and 2 will make 2 outside. So that will become 8 by k within the bracket, or within the square root, it will be small m capital K by 2. This capital K is the total kinetic energy. This K is the constant. So this will become our final answer for the time period of its bound motion. Hence we will be saying that this is our correct response. Thank you.